This video is to show you what to do if you get red exclamation points. You're going to have to repair your data. In this example, I open up my map, my Lab 2 map as my example, and I've got exclamation points throughout the data. To fix that, the first issue is probably map document properties and store relative path names to data sources. I need to have this checked. I'll check that box, say apply. It doesn't fix the map, but it's a start. Say OK. The next step is to make sure you know where the data is. In this case, my map was in Maps 2 of my user ID Lab 2. If I go to Lab 2, user ID Lab 2, my data is here. This is the most recent data from 1/22/2013, and it looks like it's all there. I'm going to assume that the data is in Data 2 for Lab 2 of my user ID Lab 2. I'm going to minimize that. You must repair data sources. I'm going to right-click on my first layer, Data, Repair Data Source. Data L2, I'm just going to double check, and it's not the right area. That's why we use this little down arrow. This is the wrong folder. I'm going to go back up, go to my proper drive, Labs. It's not in there. It must be in D. Lab 2. That's where it was. I'm looking for feature classes. Can't find the data. Data 2, GWL GIS Lab 2 in my G drive. I go back again, and I'm showing you this to make sure you go and look for the right data. I'm going to minimize now, go back to Data, Repair Data Source. I need to navigate to my G drive, then Lab 2, then my user ID Lab 2, then my data. In this case, I was looking at Gov 2004. I click on it, say Add, and it automatically finds all of my data for me because the first one was correct. At this point, I should go down and through and make sure I have all of the maps correct. They appear to be grabbing the correct data, and that's just the counties. That doesn't matter. I will right click, turn all layers on, also right click, collapse all layers. It's nice and neat, and then save my map. If I don't save, it will disconnect the data again. And notice I went to Save As. You always go to Save As. Now I remember that I'm in G, Lab 2, my Maps folder, and I'm going to rename this Final_2 because this is the now correct map, and it's different than Final. Click Save. You're done. I close it. Go back to your folder. This was incorrect. This was the first one I zipped up. I'm going to rename or create a new zip by going to Send To first see if this will work. And notice how it adds a parentheses 2. That's okay, except I need to make it an _2. Now this is my most recent map, my most recent zip. I would now navigate to Catalyst, the course website, and upload this one right here, which has the date, which is 2/5/2013. This is the new one I upload, and remember, you only upload, you don't delete. So don't delete the old one that you updated, just upload the new one, and that will show that your first one was there on time for the most part. And that concludes how to fix missing data.